Alright, I'm going to show you how to make a flap for your dog door out of just some things I had lying around the house. Got some epoxy. I actually went and bought this. A tape measure. Got some magnets. This was free at Home Depot. And then I got some of these here to screw it on there where you won't have a sharp surface sticking out to cut your dogs up. So yeah, I'll go ahead and go in and show you what we're doing. Alright, so here's the dog door. You can see it's all ripped off here. We were just using the towel before, so what we're going to do is measure it up to the top of this here. It's about 17 inches, and the width here is about right at 10.5 inches. So, and then we'll later we'll make measurements in between here, but we won't do that now. Alright, so now we're going to measure up and cut this. I'm going to leave this flap on here so there's more material when we go to secure it to the dog door. So I'm just going to see this piece right here is about right about 10 inches. So I'm just going to kind of guesstimate so it's somewhat even here. 10.5 right there. Alright, we'll go ahead and bring this down and get it flush with that line. Make sure this is all nice and tight, and get my utility knife.
And go ahead and cut down this way. There we go. Now we'll flip this thing over. Measure off of there at 10.5. Make sure we're all lined up here. Straighten this bad boy out. And go ahead and cut down this side. There we go. Now we're at 17 inches. So we'll just flip this over this way. About here. Let's see, what's going to have to get out of the So there's 17.
Repeat this step on the other piece of whatever you're using to make your dog door, to make it 2-layer.
Trying to cut my fingers off. There we go. Alright, now we'll cut this.
Alright. Okay, so what I'm going to do next here is rough up the surface with sandpaper before I clean it off. That way it helps.
So everything stick. Now we don't have everything coming apart on us. I don't think I need to rough this up here at all, but this bottom part's pretty shiny. This one. Make sure we get the edges and corners really good.
Alright, now I'm going to use starting fluid just because it's what I had and it dries.
We've had a residue behind it, so I'm just going to spray a little bit on there. Make sure it dries really fast. Go ahead and wipe this off. See, it's all kinds of gunk off of there. This one here. And I'm just going to take this.
Outside both of them and just spray the rest of it off. Alright, so we'll go ahead and spray them down.
Well done.
Alright, and it dries real quick, as you can see. Look at that. Alright, and we're going to clean the back side of it here too, since this is what everyone's going to be seeing.
And it's not really taking the stains off of it, but as dog doors do, it's going to stain anyway, so I'll just do this one for good measure.
Alright, so now I got these lined up. I lined them up with the top seam so they're even. And then I went ahead and lined up this side so it's real straight. And I figure I can trim off any excess once everything dries. But it is pretty close as it is, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put a couple nails in here.
Up on this top part, just to keep everything straight while it dries. Make sure that's straight. There we go. And we'll go ahead and put this one right here. Alright, now we got that, good.
I'm going to go ahead and fold this up. And then we'll start putting our rubber cement down. Alright, so we're just going to squeeze a generous amount of this
Stuff on there. Down the sides. And back up the side. And we'll put some in the middle. We'll squeeze a bunch of it on here. Alright. I got this just for this project, so I'm not too worried about using all of it. And in school they said a little dab of glue will do, but I think this requires a lot. Alright, now what I'm going to do is take my magnets. Because the dog door is magnetic.
The magnets are optional. I ended up taking them out anyways because it didn't seem to be working like I had planned.
I got these on the Wish app. I'll put a little dab on here. And a whole lot of glue right there. Some more. Need a lot up here too. This stuff sets up in 24 hours, so I'm going to have to continue this video tomorrow. I'm just going to use this whole tube. Alright, that's pretty darn good. Save a little bit in case I need to glue something else.
Alright, now we'll go ahead and fold this down. Like so. Just slide it this way. Try not to. Oop, I forget one of the magnets scooted over here. That. That. Now, we'll take something here, and roll it down so we try to get it.
Get it as close together as you can. We'll roll it down this way. Alright, now this here. What I'm going to do is push these magnets down. Now I got a tile. I'm going to sit on here. I'm actually going to pull these out.
Pull this one out. This one out. There we go. And I'm going to set this tile on here, like so. So it has a nice bond to it. I'm going to set this jug of water on the tile to weight it down. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead. Alright, so I ended up taking the magnets out and just gluing it down and screwing this in there because it wasn't seem to be working with the magnet. So I just took one of them stirring sticks and screwed it down to make it nice and flat. So what we'll do, I'm going to go ahead and trim this edge here off. That way it's nice and straight. And we'll go ahead and take this all off and install it. There we go.
It's still a little bit wet, yeah. But it'll be alright. I think it's mostly set up. Alright, throw this over there. There we go. Alright, so you can see, nice and sturdy. That's pretty good. We will see once the dogs start using it. Yeah, let's go ahead and install it.
Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to fold this over and push it up against this, like that. And my assistant Lena here is going to hold it. Once we get it, let's see here. Need to make sure it's nice and straight down here. There. Push it in. There. Alright, come around this side. I'm going to go ahead and put dots on here so I know where to put the holes. There we go. All right. All right, so I got this all folded over, so it's double layer. We're gonna hold it down like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and nail it down real quick. Where's the hammer? That way I can hold it flat while I make the holes in it. There we go. All right. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use the Dremel tool again and see if it works for this. Not guaranteeing it will, but we're gonna try.
And one more. I'll go ahead and clean all these up.
All right, so now we take the little rivets, or whatever you want to call them, put it through here, both sides, and push it through here. And what I'm doing is putting a little bit of glue in there so the screws don't back out later. There we go. And go ahead and start it with my fingernail. And go ahead and tighten it up. All right, and we'll just do that about 3 more times. All right, so it fits in there nice. It's a little bit tight, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off a little bit of it.
Just about maybe an eighth of an inch. He says he's not working too well. There we go. And I think that is good. Maybe a little bit off here, but I don't want to get too carried away and ruin it. So I'll just trim a little bit off of here.
There, that's good enough. All right, so there you have it, homemade dog door.